couple of quick announcements here. I want to announce that starting Saturday, February 1st, we will have Saturday bus service. Buses will run from 9:05 a.m. to 5:05 p.m. on the 4 regular routes, the Blue, Green, Green East, and Green West. And fares are the same as Monday through Friday. Also, the Human Rights Commission is seeking nominations for the 2014 John Latch Human Rights Award. The commission is looking to honor an individual or organization that's made an outstanding contribution to the community of Winona concerning human rights issues. The eligible recipient should be an individual or organization, business, nonprofit, volunteer group, or faith-based group that resides within Winona city limits and has helped reduce barriers to persons of protected classes and has fought discrimination within the city of Winona. Vulnerable groups may be the protected classes defined in the Minnesota Human Rights Act, namely those who may suffer discrimination because of age, race, color, creed, gender, religion, disability, family status, marital status, national origin, status with regard to public assistance, or sexual orientation. Their contribution may be in the form of one act or a series of activities over a period of time, but must have an impact on a substantial number of Winona residents through the act or acts of winning or preserving equality and justice for groups of people whose circumstances make them vulnerable to prejudice, discrimination, or injustice. This contribution must go beyond the recipient's usual organizational mission and or personal employment. So if you know of anybody that would meet these criteria, contact the Winona Human Rights Commission through City Hall, City Clerk's office. And just want to mention that the Frozen River Film Festival is coming up this weekend and encourage people to participate. A lot of good films there. And with that, I will ask the city manager if she has any comments.
No comments tonight.
Okay, roll call.
Mayor, excuse me, Peterson,
Here.
Councilman Thurley,
Here.
Craig,
Here.
Alexander,
Here.
Iden, Borzakowski,
Here.
Double.
Here.
Under the requests and communications, item 3.1 is a request for temporary on-sale wine and liquor license for the Winona Area Catholic Schools for their gala on Saturday, February 8th.
I move to approve that request.
Second.
Motion by Michelle, seconded by Jerry. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 3.2, license agreements for mobile concessions. These are for Rubio's Family Mexican Restaurant and Zaza's Pub and Pizzeria. These agreements are the same as the current agreements, with the exception that the permitted area for Zaza's has been moved east 1/2 block on 3rd Street.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jerry. I think I heard Michelle second it.
You did.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 3.3 is a consent to assign the license agreement to Cornerstone Dwellings for the property at 129 East 3rd Street. This is currently occupied by Topper's Pizza.
Or better known as the Sunshine Cleaners, I think.
Only if we're dating ourselves.
Or the German American Bank, or Merchants Bank. Is there a motion?
I would move to approve the request. I just want to mention that this sale did go through our office. I was not involved with the sale. Is that okay if I vote? I have no personal connection or financial stake in this outcome.
I do not see an issue.
Okay.
I think that one other comment would be that the motion should be contingent upon the sale closing. Because it's my understanding, we're talking with the attorney Burnett, that the sale has not closed yet. So
Yes.
until that happens, we don't want to report the consent, assuming.
Okay. So the motion includes the sale of the property.
Contingent of sale.
Okay. Is there a second to this motion?
I'll second it.
Jerry seconded. Discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 3.4 is a request to use Levy Park for the Winona County Wellness Committee.
I move to approve that request.
Motion by Michelle. Is there a second? Second. Seconded by Paul. Discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 3.5 is a request to eliminate handicap stalls at 10 areas in the city.
Move to introduce the attached ordinance.
Second.
Motion by Jerry, seconded by Michelle. Discussion? Thank you for looking into this, staff. Call a vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 5.1 is the programmatic agreement for the bridge project.
This agreement was sent to us by Terry Ward from MnDOT. It's been reviewed by our city attorney. No concerns there. Primarily, it's allowing the city to have a voice later in the discussion, should we want to participate in any, I don't know, what programmatic comments about any of the historic properties that may be affected. Is that correct? Do you want to add anything to?
Well, it really, if something occurs as the project is being undertaken, that would have an impact on the historic properties that had not been reviewed previously, we'd have a chance to be part of that process.
Our Heritage Preservation Commission has also signed on to this, I should add.
Well, I'd move to authorize the mayor to sign.
All right, a motion by
I'll second
Michelle,
it.
seconded by Al. Discussion?
Just a comment, I think, again, as you stated quite clearly, that this keeps our options open as the council, and will have a voice in input that we might not have had we not passed this. So it doesn't really obligate us to anything other than having that voice and input in the process from the federal government. I mean, it was interesting reading, I mean, I think everybody should take a look at this and see how federal government works in this kind of process. So I thought it was kind of interesting.
Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries.
Item 7.1 is council concerns.
We'll start with Paul. I know we don't usually start with you.
It is unfortunate that censorship is alive and well in Winona by those who say they advocate transparency and openness, except when their bias is challenged, as is the case when the Frozen Film Festival refused to show the pro-fracking film Frack Nation. It is a sad state of affairs when the public is denied a conflicting point of view from theirs, and that the exposure to a different point of view is so troubling that stacking the deck of knowledge is the only way they can feel their point of view can withstand the truth factor in the public arena.
Okay, thank you. George?
Okay, I just have one here. I read my horoscope after work, and it says, "Be quiet, just listen."
Wow.
So that's kind of what I did. I was quiet and I listened, so. Well, but I know you'll remind me in the future, get your horoscope out, right? So, anyway, I simply have one condolence here to the family of Vera Bell. Vera Bell, who passed away here a week ago, a longtime East End resident, mother of former Councilman Dwayne Bell and his other brothers and sister. And she spent many years working at St. Mary's College then, in the kitchen, helping cook, and also at Winona State University. And I've engaged in conversation with her many times. We always talked about years gone by. And not only being a mother to her own family, she was a mother to many, many young people that have passed through those universities. So condolences to the family of Vera Bell. She certainly will be missed. Thank you.
Michelle?
Nothing tonight.
Jerry?
Nothing this evening.
Al?
Just want to thank the folks who worked to recover the victim of the tragic accident. We have closure with that finally, but those organizations and institutions that helped are in our debt. A lot of volunteer hours and a sad event, but at least a conclusion. And also want to thank those who organized the Saturday event on Frack's End. I was unable to attend because of some other conflicts, but I understand it was well received and got a lot of coverage on a lot of different media, so thank them for doing that and getting that information together.
And under the consent agenda, we have the approval of the minutes from the January 6th meeting and the final adoption of an ordinance to rezone property for Troy May.
I moved, go ahead.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Motion by Al, seconded by Michelle. Discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Mayor, I move we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning say aye.
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 We're adjourned.